How many times do I continue to say it's pleasant? He's so pleasant to listen to. Here's a guy who came in second place, one of the most competitive athletes you'll ever meet, and he was okay with it because he knows where he came. He's got really good perspective on how far he's come.
He was high-fiving fans, Jenna, during a major, which
he
you
doesn't
never
associate with fans. If anything, he's cursing them out because they're disturbing him. But see, how close is Tiger to looking like the Tiger that we used to know?
Well, for one, you make a great point, and have throughout his whole comeback, how different his interviews was, how his on-the-course demeanor. And Nick, he follows Tiger and is obsessed with Tiger, a lot like myself. Yesterday, before the round, I thought was very, very telling because even at 4 shots back, at 8 under, he arrives at the golf course. He's got his hat on backwards.
Yeah.
He's got the dark glasses on. Like, Tiger Woods is never going to do that on a Sunday. He was very stiff, very regimented, very insulated. Even the people around him, like, they know, man, don't mess with Tiger. He has this super-duper focus. And now he's very open. He's appreciative of the game of golf and his ability. He said it. No one has hit the ball with a fuse back and played on the tour. So no one can do what he's been able to do. So it's been remarkable competing on Sunday in the last 2 majors when he really didn't know if he was going to ever be able to play soccer with his kids. So he's had an amazing season. He's very close to winning. He couldn't overcome the -3 bogey on the first hole to start the championship, double bogey on the second hole, same way he started the U.S. Open, which he didn't recover from and didn't make the cut. In this one, he was able to come back from. So he is very, very close to winning and winning in a big way. I think what's important is how he finishes this season. And if he can get through this golf season without any type of setback, that he has the off season, and then when we start 2019, I think it's 230-something days until they get to Augusta.
238.
Yeah, I believe he's going to win before he gets to Augusta, and then at Augusta, he will be the favorite to win that. So I believe the people that thought he wasn't going to win a major, they're realizing now they were wrong. He didn't lose yesterday's PGA, the 100th PGA championship. Brooks, man, he snatched that golf tournament.
He was tremendous. Going into Sunday, I was talking to you. I said, I think he needs a 64. I said a 64, I think it might win it outright, and I think it forces a playoff. And 64 solo second, but Brooks Koepka was just fantastic. I question, how close is he to being the old Tiger? The thing is this, the old Tiger played golf at a higher level than anyone's ever played it. Now, people can say Jack's the greatest ever because of the totality of it, but yes, Apex Tiger is the greatest golfer we've ever seen, I think, with a wide margin, given the field he was up against, given the fact he was doing some of that with inferior equipment because of his deal with Nike. Like, there were so many things that made that special. So but he doesn't have to be that or even that close to that to win a major. Right now, he already is the best player in the tour on Saturdays. He's one of the best players in the tour as far as approach on the green. What he did on the front 9 yesterday, no other player on tour could do, where you don't hit a single fairway. You get out of the front 9 in 10 total putts, and you end up -3 on a front 9 where you don't hit a fairway. Like, he was excellent.
What we really have to look at is what can Tiger do over the next 5 years? He's 42 years old now, turns 43 December the 30th.
Yep.
So over the next 5 years, if he plays in those 20 potential majors he can play in, if he's healthy enough to say he can play in 15 of those, how many of those can he win? And if you look at the Tiger we saw in the last 2 majors, if that guy is going to show up, then he's got to build a chance. He's going to have a chance to win a couple of those.
And I think if you watch nothing else other than Tiger on the last hole and the last putt and the way he reacted to sinking that last putt, that famous, fist pump, air pump, he was so excited, and there was such this sense of almost like relief, like, I feel it. I feel like my game's coming back.
His final 4 holes, he made 1 terrible shot. The drive on 17. He birdies 15. His approach on 16, or his tee shot on 16, is basically a kick in for birdie there. 17, the tee shot was disastrous, and that kind of ended the tournament for him. But he's still on 17. Hit a very tough 12-footer to save par. And then on 18, hit the putt he had to hit to where, man, if Brooks hits one out of bounds, he knew he had to get to 1,400 to have any shot. And he got there. Like this, and for people that think Cris is overstating it by saying, how many majors can he win? In the last 2 majors, no player on the tour has been better in relation to par. Nobody, now, he didn't win either one of them, but he had, without winning, the best cumulative performance over the last 2 majors, from the British Open to the PGA. I think he was 18 under, which is better than anybody else.
One thing he has now that he didn't have before the summer approach, he knows he can do it now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got that. He knows in his brain, after not hitting the fairway and shooting 3 under 32.
It's crazy.
I mean, Mike, it's just, you can't play the way he played and create the types of shots that he did. I'm just glad that people were able to see. Now, with the different tools we have in golf to be able to monitor the trajectory of the shot, how far the ball carries, we're able to see some of the classic, because no one hits the ball higher and no one can move it left to right, right to left, better than Tiger Woods with his irons. If he's able to straighten out his woods, we are going to see some spectacular golf.
But I think what you said is key. If he can get through this season healthy and take all that talent that he's got back and put it into next year and start fresh,
health is
I think
the key.
we're going to
I think he won himself a spot on the Ryder Cup, too, this weekend.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.